Once upon a time,
in 1960,
there were two little girls that went to a field to play.
a field that was called a park.
In this park, the two girls played things like teacher.
They played nurse.
They played mommy. After they had played for a good long time, they became quite thirsty.
And so they walked back into the town to get a drink of water.
When they arrived at the water fountain, they were faced with a great surprise.
There were two water fountains, and above the water fountains there were signs. White only.
Colored only.
Mine tastes like water.
Mine tastes like water too.
What's the difference?
Hi, my name is Sheila Arnold.
And I'm Sarah Brady.
And we are the writers and performers of Do Justice. The Do Justice presentation is an interactive program about the civil rights movement that uses stories and songs.
In the Do Justice program, we have three main goals. The first is to share the stories of people from the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s, to share their stories in an accurate way. In addition, we want to share stories of history and show where they're connected to today. And last, as Lao Tzu said so well, the farthest distance to travel is between head and heart. And so we want to give tools to those who participate with us in this program to bridge that gap between mind and heart. In Micah 6:8, God commands his people to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with their God.
Sometimes we in the church need assistance and guidance on how to best fulfill this command. And so we think on things such as Martin Luther King Jr., who said in the 1960s that the most segregated hour of the week is 11 a.m. Sunday morning. In light of his words about something in the past that still happens today, and that we as Christians want to be doers of justice, and that we want a more unified body in Christ, we have developed a Do Justice presentation specifically for churches and religious organizations. In this specific presentation, we will discuss the barriers of the past, some that exist today, and we will give an opportunity for there to be conversation and start dialogue to build bridges and to overcome and break down barriers.
The Do Justice program can be presented in 4 different ways. The first is just the program. It takes about an hour and 15 minutes, and in that program there are the stories and songs we've already mentioned. The second is the program plus guided discussion. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and in that program we give the stories and the songs, and then we walk through discussions that help to break down barriers and bridge the gap between people.
And then the other 2 formats are for workshops. The first one is 3 to 4 hours in length, and that does the presentation, guided discussions, and activities that take a more in-depth look at justice and equality today and how churches can be more part of doing things with social justice. And finally, we have the full day program, which includes all of the above, plus a catered multicultural meal.
We would love for you and other churches and organizations to partner together in order to bring in whichever of these forms of the program works best for you. And we would be happy to help facilitate those relationships to build those partnerships.
We look forward to partnering with you. And to contact us, you just need to email us at dojusticeprogram@gmail.com. That's do